Let me ask you a question. Do you do one-on-one coaching? Do you coach one-on-one? Or are you thinking of starting your online course saying like, I'm kind of doing this one-on-one thing already. It's kind of time consuming. I love it. I love the people I'm working with, but I want to scale my impact. I want to impact more people at the same time. And you're thinking of how about actually starting an online course? Because you've heard about it. There's a lot of people talking about creating six-figure launches and how easy it is to just get up and running. You just record your content and it's out there. And you're thinking of doing it and somehow you're not completely sure. Or you're thinking about it, but you would like to be also sure that there's not another way to do this, another way to scale. Or perhaps you have an online course already, but you're not having those six-figure launches. You're not really making the impact you were expecting, and you're looking for new solutions to impact more people with your quality support, service, content, facilitation. So this episode of the Thought Leadership Podcast and live show is for you. It's really about making sure that you understand what there's out there that you can do differently. I'm not telling you that you should not be doing online courses. I just want to show you what's possible and how you can create a six-figure business within a year without all the tech, without Facebook ads, without getting tired of figuring it out, but actually being out there impacting people, really being working with your high-level clients, with ideal dream clients, being there and supporting them. So I want to share a bit about myself, how I went through the journey of having my own trainings, online courses, and actually moving away from that in the front end until I got to stage 3. And let me talk about the stages before we go into why online courses or why not, and what you can have in thought if you are in the first year of having an online course or just thinking of doing that yourself. So here's the thing. How I see it in our academy, we think in 3 stages. We have stage 1, 2, and 3 in our programs. In stage 2, we work with profit, and in stage 3, we work with momentum. And stage 1 is basically if you're you're coaching one-on-one, you're doing maybe a couple of workshops, but you don't have a sustainable group coaching or a group offer for your clients. So that is stage 1. Usually you come in, when people come to us to work with us, they come in at stage 1 or stage 2. And stage 2 is basically you're starting to get 2-3K per month. You are, doing some one-on-one coaching. You're thinking of moving into groups, and that's where you start to create a high level, high impact, high ROI offer. So here in stage 2, we don't do online courses. We actually work on how can I serve a group of people at the same time with the really quality support at a high premium price, so I can be working with them really deep, help them to get amazing results, amazing case studies, so they can get out and impact the world, creating this ripple effect. And when we do that, usually you can get up to a 6-figure business within a year if you're doing this right and you're really focusing on creating an amazing offer, amazing support for your clients. Then in the stage 3, we will add the course. And I'm going to explain to you why we add stage 3 in online course only in stage 3 and not stage 2. So you also understand that it's not about not having that online course as an offer, but also actually knowing at what stage should I add that to my delivery forms so I actually have a sustainable business. Because if you came into this working, coaching, consulting, you could stop at doing one-on-one coaching. But if you're here listening to this or watching this, I know you want to impact more people. You want to be able to help your clients to get amazing results. You want to be able to help more people at the same time. And you want to be there without consuming your time and having a burnout or, just working around the clock to be able to really have that high level impact. So I know that you're here for a reason, and I know that you're a conscious, heart-centered entrepreneur who really want to be out there and helping and serving your community. But there's other ways to do that. It's not online course. And actually, online course cannot always be the best way to serve your clients. We're going to talk about that. So why this episode? Why do I talk about this episode today? Why did I choose to record this? Is because I would say 80% of our community members who come to me on our email list or in the Facebook group or people I speak to, they tell me, I am ready to move into, group impact, and I'm going away from one-on-one coaching to having an online course. And the natural idea, there's a misbelief that that's the only way to do it, that the only way I can serve a community is by having an online course. So this is why I want to have this episode. It's not the only way, and it's really not the best way to do when you're going to stage 2, in my opinion. Now, I also want to talk about most people moving into one-on-one coaching and away from one-on-one coaching. You probably don't have a sustainable income of 6 figures when you do that. So when you move into online courses, the first year, it can be quite wobbly. And I just want to talk about the actual sustainable income and reaching your goals in the first year. It's about, of course, online courses with time will generate more income, but what do you do in between? What do you do when you actually want to move away from this time-consuming one-on-one coaching that you love, but it's taking up a lot of time, to helping more people? Like in between, in that year, the actual income you're going to make in the first year most times it's not really high unless you already know how to do tech and marketing and also already have an email list and you already have a community. Of course, that's going to be different, but most people, most coaches coming into this world with, creating their own first online course, they don't have that. So they get a bit stuck with the whole idea of, the masses and how can I reach more people. So they end up with 2 people in a webinar and, things like that, 4 people in the online course. So it's not really sustainable in the first year. So this is also why I want to talk about this, because I want you to have a sustainable business and I don't want you to wait for you to have a sustainable business because all the tech and marketing and that learning curve that comes with it. And also because I truly believe that, this is what I teach my clients. So I don't want them to be the only one having success when my community can already understand that, wait a second, I can actually choose. I can choose to go the way with online courses and create that. But I also understand what that means. Or I can say that I'm going to create high profit, high impact, high ROI offers for my client, and I can have a 6-figure business in the first year moving into groups. And that's a choice. When you have a 6-figure business, you can think differently about your online courses. You can actually pay someone to do your tech, all this stuff for you. You don't have to do it yourself. It's a really different space to be in when you're not depending on that offer. You can actually take the time to create it in your own way. So that's why. So let's jump right into this, because I want to talk about 3 reasons why online courses might not be the best solution for you if you're moving away from one-on-one coaching. So this is really for you who are going from stage 1 to stage 2, or maybe you are already in stage 2, but you're not yet making 6 figures with your business. So let's start with the first reason. Low impact equal low profit. What I mean by that is most courses, when it comes to, online courses, they don't have much implementation, which means that they are focusing on creating information and, you might have some worksheets, you might have some things, but there's a lot of things that comes back to you creating an offer and people are consuming that alone in their home. And if we look into, the actual completion rates of courses, there are studies showing that some courses having as low as 3 to 5% completion rate. And before you say, well, that's my course, think about all the courses you bought for yourself, that you haven't completed yet. I know that I have several courses that I haven't actually gone through because, you always say, I can do it later. I have, lifetime access to it. I can just go through it whenever I want. And we never do because there are other priorities that comes up. So there's the whole idea of naturally it's not the best learning experience for our clients because we have a never-ending experience with the course. So that's not going to help with implementation and not really with transformation. The other thing that is very common is that we create a course that is a beginner level course. And if you're creating a beginner level course in your industry, let's say that you are saying introduction to baking or introduction to salsa dancing or introduction to meditation, it's not going to be a high impact offer, meaning that of course people can have an amazing result with that, but you're not going to be able to probably charge like 10K for that or 5K for that because the return on investment is not going to be that high. It's an amazing offer for beginners, but if it's a beginner offer or if it's a low implementation offer, it's harder to charge more for that. Think about yourself. If you would invest in a yoga course online, you will probably not pay 3 to 5K for that. However, if you would have say a group coaching offer that has high level of implementation, that you get support every week, you know you can have answers to your questions, you know you have a community, you know you have like full on do it together implementation, it's going to be worth much more. You know, if you know that I'll talk about an example, my program Profit Accelerator is an implementation program, 90 days pure implementation. We work together, we meet, we have we have worksheets and we have classes when we really get deep into the things together. There are breakthrough rooms, there are, breakout rooms, there people are working in the class, things are getting done. So it's really different, because if you get out of the class after 90 days, you have your group coaching, you have your VIP coaching, you have your, either outline for your content, everything is up and running because you've been working in the class. So it's a very different, and this is more for your clients, because they are feeling overwhelmed with all these online courses. They don't need more information, they need more implementation. They need your support. And of course, not one-on-one, but there's ways to do it in groups as well. So it's about understanding that if they don't get big results from your online course, and most courses don't get those, even not completion rate on those courses, how would you be able to charge what it's really worth, that knowledge? You understand? So it's not about you not doing something right. It's about the whole concept of online courses is not really the best learning experience for your clients. In the beginning, it can be a great support, but it's not going to, if you are not already super good at being committed to your courses, showing up, and I am not doing that. Most of my people I know have still courses they haven't finished because it's not a natural state. And even if you do finish them, even if you finish the online course, there's a difference between getting inspired and actually taking action on that. The results come from implementation. When people start to implement the knowledge, that's when the results are coming. And that's when your clients are going to have those amazing results, in case studies that you can show to your future clients and say, those are the testimonies of the people who've gone through the program. Why do they get those results? Because when you work with a premium package with like a group coaching or VIP offer, you're so aware of where they're getting stuck and you can help them through that. And that's when they're going to get the results. But if you do an online course, you don't really know when people are getting stuck. You might know, but if you do go from one-on-one to online course, the learning experience for someone working with you one-on-one and someone who's just watching your videos online and maybe being part of the Facebook community with a couple of Q&As, the actual learning experience is super different. So it's not going to be, we will not be able to see when they're getting stuck in the course because we are not there with them. And of course, if they're getting stuck, they will not be able to get the results you were looking for them. And they're not going to be able to actually, feel like it's worth investing more in because they are not getting the results. So it's about understanding that online courses, if it's like a beginner level or if it's information, it's not worth as much for your potential clients as if it's a high impact, high ROI implementation program. And if you create an implementation program and learning experience for your clients, that is worth much more in their eyes. Just think about yourself, how you would feel if you knew that you're going to be able to go through that and you're going to get help actually implement. It's really powerful. So yeah, that is the first part that I will say, that understanding that online courses are great as a support, but if you want to create very amazing results with your clients and making sure that you are there to support them and in a group, the online course might not be the best option as a first offer that you're going to deliver for a group. Okay, number 2, let's talk about tech and marketing. If you're new to creating online courses and you have, it's called a passive offer, there are a lot of things we need to learn. We need to learn email marketing. We need to learn how to build a landing page. We need to learn how to create, high converting opt-ins. We need to learn how to create high converting webinars. You might want to learn how to do Facebook ads. And this is just even before starting to create your online course. There's a lot of things to learn. I remember when I did my first webinar, and I was just learning this was about 2-3 years ago, and I was creating my first, online trainings. I did the mistake of starting with an online course. And luckily today I don't do that anymore. And my clients are usually not doing that until they're 6 figures. When I started that, it took me 2 weeks to create the webinar. And it was, my friends were going to the festivals, it was summer, and people were out, and I was sitting there day in and day out writing my script for my first perfect webinar. It was long, 2 weeks, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just do this part, and and then I have create the course and the email sequences and the landing page, and none of that was things I knew how to do. I had to learn that, I had to invest money in it, I had to get support. And so basically the actual amount of income you're making in the first years, it's a big learning curve, it's a big investment, it's going to come back. But this is great to do when you already have a running business with your coaching, because you can invest in someone doing it for you and helping you. You don't have to worry about investing in copywriter and Facebook ads or webinar support or an assistant, because you can do that because your company is running. If you start from one-on-one coaching, you go into creating that online course, you will have to go through that learning curve by yourself. And of course you can make it easier, but if you want to do it really well and you want to have those high converting 15-20% conversion on your webinars, you want to have these amazing opt-ins, you want to have these amazing landing pages, it's going to cost you both time and money. And I want you to do that because you will be able to create impact, but do it at the right stage. Do it when you get to stage 3 and not stage 2, because you will have so much more fun with it. You will not depend on it. If you're moving away from one-on-one coaching, which is, at that stage is quite time consuming, so you will not maybe have the time to create all these things because you're working and you're trying to find a solution to scale. If you instead focus on creating high profit, high ROI, premium offers that are amazing that your clients love, really amazing opportunity for them to work with you in groups, you can make 5 to 10K in the first year. And to be honest, you may probably work, you coach 2 weeks per week, 2 days per week. All the rest of the time, you can improve the experience for your clients, you can work on sales and marketing, you create a podcast, you can do whatever you want in your business to improve it. You can hire because you will be able to take it, at the right stage. So here's the thing. If you don't love tech and marketing, then make sure that you have people working with you for that. And to be able to do that, get to stage 2, get stage 2 done, and then move to stage 3 instead of doing that. You're basically what we're doing here. We are not jumping to stage 3 when we are not ready. If we don't have those investments in our business and we don't want to have that learning curve, we want to sit there, on weekends and learn all about webinars, think about at what stage you're going to integrate that into your business. And you will create even more impact because you're not forcing it. You're not dependent on that in your business. You can actually create better results for your clients because you're not stressed about it. You're not, when you're moving away from one-on-one coaching, I remember doing that myself. I was like, this is my chance to move away from one-on-one coaching. This is the way I can scale. And it was really long, And the first times when you do it, it's not going to be like a 10K launch most of the times unless you already have the community and email list and you already have the knowledge. So it takes a bit of a time to get it right, and it's okay. And it should be taking time because the best things in life take some time. But do it when you can afford to get the support and invest in courses or trainings or, mostly coaches and trainings, and getting the support from an assistant, getting the support from an expert copywriter, an expert ClickFunnels, builder if you're doing on ClickFunnels or webinars. When you can already do that, think about how can you create that space to invest in your business in the next stage by creating a stage 2 and not jumping to stage 3 directly when you don't really have, what you will need to make it in the best conditions. So this is where I would say that instead of the tech and marketing, instead of putting that effort there at that time, focus on building a strong lead list and client satisfaction. Because if you work with, ideal clients really at the premium price and offer that they really love. When your clients say, this is made for me, I love this, and they see how much value they're getting, it's a real win-win situation where they're feeling so supported. They're feeling that they're getting so much value from working with you in the groups. If you create a good offer, your clients will stay with you not only for a course, they will stay with you for years. We have clients coming in for, 3 months, and they're staying for 2 years. Why? Because they're staying, they're getting value, they're growing with us, we know them, they trust us, we can create amazing results with them. Because we focus on quality over quantity. Just to give you a picture, that one amazing client that you work with, ideal client that you can serve at your highest level, where you're bringing out your zone of genius there, you're bringing out your best stuff. One client with client retention can easily sum up to 10K per year. So if you are serving at your highest level and you have offers that are amazing for those ideal clients, you can make a 6-figure business with 10 clients. I'm not telling you it's going to be the first thing you're going to do, but it's possible. And with 20, 30, 50, even less than 50 clients a year in groups, you can have a very amazing, successful business. And then you can do whatever you want. You can be able to create an online course, or you can hire, or you can do other stuff, because you already have the investment in your business. And you're going to be able to serve these people really well, instead of going from one-on-one to hundreds, or probably not going to be in the beginning, but a low-end offer. And not being your zone of genius, because what you can deliver when you're working in high, amazing, premium priced offers, when you're working with a bunch of people, but you're working with them closely, intimately, what you can create with them are amazing results, real intimacy, real community. You will understand exactly what's going on in their mind. You can help them. They will get results. They will be happy. They will want to continue working with you. That's how you scale. So if you, instead of jumping to the next level, you'll be able to understand, wow, okay, actually, I will be there. And maybe it will take me 1 more year, but instead of hustling myself to creating this online course and having to learn all this stuff myself, why not going from one-on-one coaching to groups, but at a premium price, VIP offers, and then moving to online courses? You will have much more sustainability in your business. You will not have the stress. You will be probably working 2-3 days per week delivering at that time. So you will actually have the time to create anything to support your clients more, and even create all the sales and marketing with or without team. You will have the choice to do that. And I know that many people, when I speak with them, what they will do if they will have a 6-figure business, they will have a team. But you don't have to do that by, trying to get the masses. If you understand your ideal client and you create a premium price offer for them that is really serving them, really helping them, where they're getting great ROI on working together with you, you'll be able to go much faster with much more impact. And that's what you want. That's, of course, if that's what you want, if you want to scale. All right. Now, let's talk about the last one. When it comes to, I already mentioned completion rates and client results. And when it comes to client results, this is really really an important part we have to talk about here. Because online courses, as I mentioned, if you go on and you look at different studies, the amount of people not going through the courses till the end are so many. I mean, I've seen studies saying it's like 3 to 5%. And of course, there are some other 20, 10, but it's still super low. And most courses, even if they come in with the biggest heart, with the biggest passion of serving, most courses don't get completed because the learning experience is not done in a way that has implementation in it. So therefore, what happens is that if so few people get to the end, you will not be able to impact so many people with the results you really want. And when completion rate and client results are so low, what happens is that you might have people going, but they will not continue working with you, will not probably not, go to the next level with you if you have an upsell. There's so much that that's going to be off if the online course is launched too early. If the online course is launched at stage 3, what happens is that you have already worked enough with groups that you know exactly what's going on in their mind and when they're getting stuck. And that's the beauty of it. So for instance, I'm going to give an example. I spoke with one of my group coaching clients that is part of Profit the other day. And she was telling me that she created the group coaching and she had these different, topics that she was planning to do with her group. And one of the topics that she was thinking is going to be amazing. They're going to love it. It's such a great topic. She gave it to them, to the group, and they did not really react to it. And they were kind of liking it, but they were not 100% in. Like the other topics she was teaching in her group coaching were amazing. They were so in it. They were so excited. They loved it. And that specific topic, they just didn't really connect with it. And the beauty of having a group coaching offer is that she can actually tweak it during the call, the live calls. She can tweak it during the, as she's improving her group coaching. When you have an online course, you cannot see what's going on the other side of the screen. When they are watching your videos, you don't know if they are getting a bit off or they are not connecting with the message because you're not there. But if you have a group coaching, you can see the body language, you can see what's going on in their mind, and you can create an amazing experience. You can fine-tune the learning curve. You can fine-tune the learning experience from A to B, run it a couple of times, and then create the online course. And then have an automated option, because by then you will know so well what's going on in their life. And that's the difference. Instead of trying to create, a too early stage online course where we are not really 100% sure what they need, because we haven't really seen them in action going through this material, create a group coaching that is going to help them to really understand, okay, this is where you can see where they're getting stuck, and you can improve and fine-tune with them as you go through that. And that's going to be the base for your online course in stage 3. It's going to be so much better for your clients that are going to go through the automated version after, because they're going to have higher impact. This is things that already worked because they already tried it. So here's what I wanted to share with you today. And let me know what was the most valuable. My goal is that not to scare you off from online courses. Just understand that it's a great thing to do in stage 3, not in stage 2. In stage 2, we focus on premium offers that are going to create high value results for your clients, high impact, where you can have a 6-figure business within a year and not having to wait to scale. And then add in the courses that you can actually pay someone to create with you, not having to do it all by yourself if you don't like the tech. And if you want to check it out, in the worksheets below, you will find a VIP coaching, like how you can craft your own VIP coaching offer, as well as how you can craft your group coaching offer. You can just download it below and let me know what you thought about this episode. Subscribe, comment, like, share, wherever it is that is going to share this message with other people. And until next time, have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing more of you.